get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Set, 180!
Here we go, D!
Hey, alert 33! Cut!
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. 36 yards on the play.
Who's 30?
Check 53. I got you. I got you. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
No spacing. Here we go. These two.
53.
Black and third.
They'll try to pound it in with West. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Number 53.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Charkandrick West, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Next to score, Steelers 7, Browns 0. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 41-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mike 55.
Right here. Hurry. Hey, zoom.
Mike 55.
My touch.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Easy.
Smooth. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. West. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 38, Roethlisberger. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. These two teams all tied after one. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Pistol.
We don't want this.
Hurry!
Double up. He's coming.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now West. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it first and 10 up at the 20. Now a give, right side. It's West, and an alley to Charkandrick West. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Charkandrick West, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They run. Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Mayfield now. That's out to Chubb, complete. Burst by him near the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Mayfield. Blitz coming and down he goes. Devin Bush in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal. So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The tackle there by Breanne Body Calhoun. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
66. Let's go.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Ben to throw again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready? Let's fire! Get that quarterback and on.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Screen pass to Conner. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Quarter. Check 59. Hey, box truck. Mike to 59. No chance.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb, and he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger, and the catch made by Johnson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mike. White 80. Rip right. Hey, alert. Check. Hey. 59. Let's go, Heavy. Take 2 of them. What you got, Heavy?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know the hat.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Like 80. Easy. Check 13. 50.
On first down, West. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run here with Connor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a toss. This is West. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Charkandrick West, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 22, Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin Bush able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 180. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
To throw, Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Let's get
Hurry.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down and goal to go.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try again with Chubb. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Kiki QT.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. This is West. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready? 180? 59. I got it. 24. Check 59. Mike. Alpha. 59.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Mayfield to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
At the 10-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Blue 30. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On second down now. It's Washington, and he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Black 20. 59.
They're not ready for this, man.
They'll run it with West. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. Taken in at the 22. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's get it.
Mayfield now from the 50. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. They need a touchdown, but also have to be wary of leaving too much time for Roethlisberger. Here's 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. Back to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Important extra point up and through, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Calhoun. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run with McKissick. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run it again with Chubb. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer.